pages, but I want to know who is on these Facebook pages. And so as I was looking through the pages, I came across some more love. And so I know this little sister. So I'm like, wow. First of all, welcome to what's on these Facebook pages. And
Right.
tell us about your business. Like, what is some more love? What is that?
Okay, so S'more Love, it's gourmet s'mores and confections. We specialize in gourmet s'mores and just like other sugary delicacies and treats. The s'mores are, of course, you can go to a grocery store and you can buy like graham crackers, but you look at the ingredient, it's over like 25 or 26 ingredients on the box. Our, oh, okay, so Sydney, okay, great. Ours only has, well, mine's only has 7 ingredients for the graham crackers. I'm working on a vegan recipe right now, and we
Ooh.
have a free recipe coming out soon, probably this month. Well, I have time. Yeah, and then the marshmallows are homemade. These are homemade marshmallows, not in a factory. You hear about people like, like the mass amount of product, people getting sick from, all types of stuff. But the ingredients in here, it's literally 5 ingredients for the marshmallows.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I'm working on it. You can look on the marshmallow pack on the store for like Jet Puffed or Jiffy or whatever. And there's a lot more ingredients than what's actually supposed to be in there, so that it'll stay on the shelf longer. These ones only last you. I mean, the marshmallows will literally last you up to 2 weeks. That's how it's supposed to be, versus what's in the store. But yeah, and
Wow.
then the graham crackers, you can freeze them and they'll last you like, they'll last you probably a good 2 to 3 weeks as well.
So, what inspired you to even start this gourmet company? Like, what inspired you to do that?
Ever since I was little, I always had like a passion for baking and all types of things like that. I really looked into. I was like, why did I even start this? Like, I that was one of the questions that came across it. Like, is this going to be something that you're going to continue to do, or is this just like a phase? Am I just starting it to start it? But this is something I've done and I like doing. When I was younger, a lot of my family, we have like a big family, but we're all like separated all the time. And the last memory I have of us, which made it like coincidental. The last memory I have of us all being together, we were all eating s'mores. So it was at my auntie's house. Yeah, it was at my auntie's house in Valley Springs, and I was like 9 years old, and that's when I had my cousin Armani, Deja, Brandy, literally all 7 of my cousins there. And we are never honestly in the room together. Like, I have not seen them in I don't know how long, but that was the last time we were all like together, like all of my cousins, all my siblings at one point. So I was just like, what better way to call it than s'more love? And I have a picture like of us all eating s'mores. Like it would bring back so much nostalgia. And I think that everybody can feel that when they eat a s'more, you know what I mean? And
Right.
it's kind of like it's low-key sentimental in a way, even though it's just food. But I feel some type of way when I eat it and make other people happy.
Wow.
So
So, what was your first, when you first made your first some more gourmet dish? Did you make that for someone, or you just, was it an order? When you got your first order, how did you feel, and what was that first order?
the first order, it was just I eat them all the time. So I'm making, you can go to the store and you can buy them, but mind you, I like creating them. So the first order, of course, is to my little sister. She lives with me. And I'm having her try these back to back. And I'm like, how does that taste? What are you thinking? How are you feeling? And she's like, this one's too salty. She's like, this one tastes like a wheat thin. And I'm just like, I'm trying these recipes over and over again. And then I finally, like, the one that I actually made, I finally get it right. And it tastes really good. It tastes like something that I wanted it to taste like. I didn't want it to be too sweet. I didn't want it to be too salty. It was perfect. But, yeah, so I had to do, I have a lot of church friends.
Mm-hmm.
So one of my church friends was like, so what are you doing exactly? Like, what are you trying to do? And I'm like, I'm just trying to sell s'mores. And then he was like, well, bring me one. And I was like, okay, I'll bring you one. So I was so embarrassed to bring it. Like, I bring it in a Ziploc bag. I didn't have packaging or anything. I was just like, here's the graham cracker, here's the marshmallow, and then here's the chocolate. And I didn't have like a torch or anything. I had like a lighter. I usually torch the marshmallows and then
Right.
serve it to you. So he was just like, no, no, it's good. I'll torch it at home. And I gave it to him for free. It wasn't really a sale.
Right.
But it did feel good. I didn't want to charge anybody because I was just so like, I was like, well, if these are nasty, then it was more of a like a self thing. Like I was just feeling, I don't know, but it felt good to give somebody something, and they were just happy. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like I was able to give somebody was going to pay me to feed them, which was kind of like a weird thing.
Wow.
Yeah. So I ended up so my first big one, the first big sale I did was in Galt. There's a farmer's market there, and they allow you to set up or whatever. But I had just marshmallows in a bag, and I came across the Square app, the Square Reader. I was charging $5 a bag, and you get 15 in there. So I made the sale, and the lady, she was eating them. She was walking around eating them with her kid, and her kid was like smiling. So that was like my first big sale. Doing it, I didn't tell her she was my first customer. I kind of played it off like I've been doing this all my life. It's just like, so what are they? And I'm explaining to her. She's like, oh, they're just marshmallows. Like, she's like, okay, she's like, kind of expensive for some marshmallows. And I thought about it. I was like, oh my god, that is kind of. I was like, $5, is a stretch, but you're getting 15. So, I was trying to like reason out whether the price, but I lowered the prices down and everything. But that was
well. Wait a minute. Let me give you a piece of advice. Somebody that I learned. So when I was in South Carolina, like maybe 10 years ago, I came across a young sister like you. She was selling cupcakes, and they were $5 a cupcake. So we all stopped. I was like, well, we should just support her. She had like a little hut that looked like a cupcake. It was cute. And so you walk in and she has all these cupcakes. But that cupcake was so good that I ended up buying $20 worth to go. And then we're talking one cupcake. So if your stuff is good, don't worry about that price. Because people pay for what they want. And that cupcake was so good. Because she has like different flavors of it. And I was like, $5 a cupcake. Woo. But when I ate that first cupcake, I was like, yeah, can I get like 4? Like to go. So, because we have been eating them on the road trip. And everybody ended up ordering like their own. But if your cupcake is good, we're going to buy it. If you get this, if it's some more is good. If you get a vegan, I know so many people are vegan. I've been practicing veganism, so I would be right there because I love some s'mores. But that vegan thing is big, plant based, big. So people are looking for treats that they can eat. So don't doubt yourself, baby. If it's good, we're gonna pay for it.
All right.
Straight up, yeah. Don't do that.
Yeah,
but that's
I'm
good.
gonna give it. It's so different, and she was my first lady, and I'm kind of like everything people are saying to me is just like a dagger in my heart. You know what I mean? But I'm all for the criticism, but I just want to, it was the first time, and I wanted to make sure that people are happy, but I'm happy too. So literally everything people were saying to me, I was really taking it and putting it in the back of my head, like, oh well, maybe these are too high, maybe these are too, you know what I mean?
Don't let people like that do that to you.
Definitely not taking everybody's word.
Yeah, no, because if it's good, we're going to pay for it. That's what I know. And you're using good ingredients. This is the other thing around people's health. When you're using good ingredients, that costs money. This is not like you selling us some junk. Like, you know what I mean? So that means something. So don't doubt yourself. If your product is good, it's good. We're going to buy it. We're going to eat that some more. And some more. You know what I'm saying? So that's really good. So what are your plans for your company?
Yeah, so I wrote down a few goals for this year. Okay. They have been a little bit held back, but that's not stop. I honestly don't think that's stopping anybody.
That's right.
Yeah, so one of my goals was to open I want to open up I want to serve at different community events, especially Sacramento. Okay. I was born and raised in Stockton, but I just love Sacramento. I love Sacramento so much, and it's I moved here when I was like 11 or 12, but I want to respond to different community events. Okay. But when I was younger in Sacramento, like in middle school, I didn't see that many women like serving stuff. Like we had like the corn man, like I didn't like the fruit stand. We didn't have like a lot. Yes. didn't have a lot in middle school for people out there just like in our faces kind of. And I'm kind of like, I'm usually in people's face. Like I really want people to understand where I'm coming from and how I all got started and things like that. But eventually to make enough money to give back in some sort of way, whether that's for free, like I would love to go back to like maybe like lunchtime and get dessert. Because what they're offering us now, at least in the school system, what my niece tells me, she's like, we don't, you know, I usually eat whatever, you know, whatever you get served, which is like a bean burrito and an apple and a carton of milk, you know,
Right.
But they have different stuff, but they don't really have different steps. So I would love to have like a dessert that I could, that kids could relate to, and you know, adults, that we're all adults, but sometimes you have to just sit and like reminisce a little, and that really brings me back with the s'mores thing. But yeah, I'm definitely, another goal of mine is to open up multiple pop-ups at different locations, all around Sacramento. Because what I learned is that people like things that they don't have access to. So if you think about it, like McDonald's, we have a McDonald's on every corner. You can go to McDonald's up the street, you can go to McDonald's, you know, wherever. But you try to go to a place like In-N-Out Burger or Chick-fil-A, it's really hard. It's not hard, but you know you're gonna have to wait in the line. You know you're gonna have to, you know, come across it. So I think the pop-up is better, really, because you can just you're like, oh, where are they gonna be at this time? And I'll send out on Twitter like where we're gonna be at. Instagram where we're going to be at, you know, Facebook, I just pulled up the page, you know, where we're going to be at and things like that. So easier to do that. And just to get Sacramento a feel of what I'll be doing and how it's going to, you know, resonate with the community. Another goal of mine is to put out kits. I really want to do like a Costco thing. Put out like different s'mores kits, like larger ones. The biggest time for sales for s'mores that they reported was in October through December. So probably around that time to put out s'mores kits. I know that they have some out, but I wanted to put like a fresh, you know, like a fresh millennial like flavor out there. Like I want to do like a better than your boyfriend s'more, maybe on like Valentine's Day. Or like a couples one where you could, you know, like melt the chocolate and add different like toppings and things like that. Just not very traditional, but still something people understand and they know.
So I shared your page, your Some More Love page. But where can people contact you? I can refer them to your page. But do you have like a website or number or what is that?
I have a website and I have an Instagram page, and then we have a Twitter account. Most of the places that I've been contacting people are through my personal email, but I should be doing it professionally, of course. I have little kinks we got to work out for the professional email.
That's all right. You're getting there, sis. What's your website?
The website is I wrote it down. It's literally like smorelove. What was it?
Some More Love.
You know, actually, better just go on the Instagram page, and there's a link to the website.
Okay. So I'm gonna share that too, so that way people can contact you to support what you're doing. Like, how could we order some s'mores? Like, I see the picture here on your Facebook page, and I just think that this is so awesome.
Yeah, I really want to upload more pictures, because right now it's just me. I did have my sister as my business partner, but you know, we're still young, we're busy, so it's only so much stuff she could show up to that I drag her into. So yeah, there's I like when I was selling, I wasn't taking pictures. Like, I can't just take a selfie of myself while I'm serving it. So it's like, you know, but I do want to do different stuff and get more out there.
Okay.
But this month has given me so much time to really regroup and organize and see different ways that I want things to look and how I want it to be done. So most likely in April, we're going to push the ball and keep it rolling and see how that goes for as far as pictures and everything.
So one of the things I want to encourage you to do is to use these social media platforms to make your work visible. And that don't mean like to tell your secrets, no, but to be like, hey, We have these s'mores that will be on sale this Friday, and this is how you can contact us for delivery or whatever. Like, use that, because things have changed. You have to use this social media, and because we're all kind of shut in our homes, now this social media is really, really important. So now you have to use it more to get your stuff out there. But you're young and you can do it. And I think that I'm definitely going to order some s'mores. I'm probably going to order them for my nephew because I'm a diabetic, so I really should not be eating sweets. However, that's why I would love to hear about this vegan thing, because I definitely like to get some. But I know my nephews and nieces would love some s'mores because we do a lot of family stuff, and so they would love to have some s'mores to eat when we all get together.
I booked my first party for the end of May. I have my first big party.
Oh wow!
Yeah, okay. And I did do another pop up for the Elk Grove Brew Festival. But it ended up getting postponed until July. A lot of stuff that I did, like the Spring Fling, I think it was at a mall. A lot of stuff has been postponed that was supposed to happen this year.
That's real talk. But I'm very proud of you. Anything else you want us to know about your business?
What do I want to say?
And I'm showing people your logo right now. That's what you see on the screen. Some more love. And we got to support this sister, y'all. And I also shared her information because that's on these Facebook pages. The sister's running a business. And so we need to go to her page and like her page and support her work, support her business, y'all. She's a young sister. How old are you? Remind me asking. How old are you?
21.
21, y'all. 21-year-old sister in business for herself. You got to love it, which means you got to support it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, s'mores marshmallows. I found this out 2 weeks ago that marshmallows originated in Egypt.
Are you serious?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they in the 2000 BC, they were only meant for gods and the higher end royalty Egyptians.
Wow.
And then in the 1800s, it got back to France. So in France, they replaced the gelatin, the sap that you get from the plant, the marsh plant that you get in Africa. They replaced it with gelatin so it could last on the store shelves longer.
Wow.
And it was cheaper that way, and it was less labor because people were literally putting honey, sap, and the nuts in there to actually make marshmallows.
Well, I want to encourage you, sis, to use this platform. I'm definitely going to support you and get your product because I just love to see when young folks go into business because you're young enough where, people wasn't even thinking about no s'mores, but we know we like them. That's the other part. We know we like them, but you never really thought about how that could be a business. And I'm thinking about the young sister who had the vegan cookies that's for sale. I buy them at the Nugget all the time. They're vegan oatmeal cookies. They're very good, so I'll get one every now and then. And then there's also another little sister who has lemonade that's now in all of the organic, like in Nugget and
Yo, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and I can see your s'mores doing just that.
That's good to hear.
So we got to support you and push you at the same time. It's tell us what you need, little sister. Tell us what you need. So again, before we wrap up, because these are what's on those Facebook pages, tell us again what you do and how we can get in touch with you.
Okay, so just S'more Love's Gourmet S'mores and Confections. We have homemade graham crackers. This is we have a honey graham right now, an Oreo graham, vanilla graham, that sounds like milligrams. Vanilla graham. Have different kinds of marshmallows. The most popular one is just the vanilla marshmallow. Vanilla, we do a raspberry s'more. A raspberry marshmallow, and then we have a minty marshmallow. It's just a regular marshmallow with the mint extract, and we use. It's really good. It's just super good. The flavors we have a whole bunch of flavors. That's what I'm working on, variety right now, because there's just a whole bunch of, different opportunities. But yeah, so Gourmet S'mores and Confections. The confections, we have chocolate chip cookies. Still working on shakes and drinks and stuff like that for the confection part. But you can reach us on Instagram at @SmoreLove_, Twitter at SmoreLove, and then Facebook at SmoreLove @SmoreLove. So yeah, and contact us via the messenger, and I'll be happy to respond for any orders and things like that.
Wow. Thank you so much, sis. I am so proud of you. And so you got to keep it going. Thank you so much for making time for me today. And I'll check back in with you and see how you're doing. So y'all, we got to just hold your space. Don't go anywhere. Y'all, we got to support this sister. I shared all her information. And while we're all sitting at home, share this video. Go to her page, like her page, support her, place an order. So this is young entrepreneurship at its finest, and we need to be supporting this young sister, because when she becomes very famous, we be the first ones like, this is why you should invest in our community. But first, let's invest in her as she gets her company up and running, and get some more, y'all. Get some more love.